Hi everybody, this is Jen Coombs from Time to Change Jersey Style. We're in Marshfield, Wisconsin, and I'm gonna inquire about a public records request to see how they do it in Wisconsin. Yes, I would like to do a public records request. They said to pick up the phone or something. I'm following the sign through your police department in Marshfield. A form to fill out a public request. You know, I think I dialed it, but I think I picked up the phone by accident. I'm sorry. Bye. Okay, this is like not normal. Oh, okay. That's cool. Yeah.
Was dispatch able to help you?
No, I need to do a public records request.
Okay. What we do, we prefer you to fill out this form.
Okay.
What it is date, your name, address, phone number, how I can contact you, and then here's the information you're looking for. And if you provide an email address, I send it to you free of charge.
Okay, I have a question. I am from the state of New Jersey.
Okay?
I'm a whiz when it comes to that state, when it comes to,
Open records?
yes,
Okay.
whiz.
Sure.
Do you have to put your address down and, okay.
You don't have to actually put anything down. If you want to remain anonymous, you can. But what happens is, I don't know who you are, and the record you're going to be asking for, I will have to redact a lot of information, the highly personal information. So if it's your record and you put your name down on here, then I don't redact your information.
What's considered, redactable?
Redacting is blacking out.
I know that what that is.
Okay.
But just because it's anonymous, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to redact the information either.
Okay, all right. In Wisconsin, juvenile information is highly protected.
That's New Jersey too.
Yep, victim information is highly protected.
New Jersey
so,
too.
A lot of times it's just maybe a last name. Juveniles, it's all going to be just the initials. Otherwise, everything else is going to get redacted. Maybe just the year of birth will show up.
That's New Jersey too. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's pretty, I think, standard on what it is. That highly protected information is that federal standard.
Okay.
So Social Security is blacked out. If I have any part of an address, it's usually the house number and the direction is blacked out, but just the street is left. Let's see what else is there. You know, if it's got a juvenile in there, and that part's redacted, but then it's got mom and dad's name, I have to redact that part because that could tie in and tell somebody who the juvenile is. So
yeah.
that extra stuff is redacted, yeah. So, and if it's a criminal record that's brand new, just happening, and we sent the charges to the state, I have to wait until discovery occurs. That's something maybe in Wisconsin might be a little different because it's called early discovery if I release anything once they do that legal demand for discovery.
How about CAD reports? Is that considered part of discovery? Because I know because I know in New Jersey there's some information you can get about the case, but not the full.
What I normally do, if it's an active case, I only release what we here call a Part 1. It's an initial officer report, and a lot of times it'll say, like a 32-year-old Marshfield man was arrested for disorderly conduct in this area, but the name's usually not included in that. So the CAD is, we no longer have dispatch here. We are dispatched out of the Wood County Shared Dispatch Center. They're their own department.
Okay.
So they actually own those records. Normally Discovery doesn't ask for those. So the DA's office and that normally don't ask for that at all. It is a lot of times what we do release though, like if we have a minor accident in a parking lot, a private property parking lot where there's just an exchange of information, but then they want a copy of something, we do then release that dispatch entry to them. Again, I would redact if I have to, from that document.
See, in New Jersey, you get full access to a whole anybody. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to be a party to it. You get full access.
No, if you want to ask about Joe Schmo who lives in town here, I would have to go through and redact.
No. I mean, in New Jersey, car accident report is not redacted at all.
Right. State of Wisconsin, we do not redact crash reports. Those are available because that's considered, that's covered by Wisconsin statutes that I can release the state crash reports without any redacting. So that's a little different. I'm thinking more of the incident reports rather than the crash reports.
Yeah, I'm talking about the CAD report. Do you do CAD reports for the full day?
We have CAD reports going back to probably 2002.
No, I just want like one full day, just to.
That's a lot. I probably would ask you to restrict it down a little bit more for a time frame because we could, in essence, have 600 CAD entries in a day. That's a lot. Yeah, every time an officer goes out on a call, that creates a new entry.
Okay, that's 600.
I can print off a smaller synopsis of
yes,
that'll do an individual day with
like a log,
location, but it's not the actual complete CAD entry. It's just a CAD report, kind of like.
Yeah.
So.
You know your stuff.
I've been here 35 years, so I'm the big open records lady. So you just happen to catch me working up front here.
Wow,
and we should somewhere over there. We also have it posted on the open records over there on the floor, which is required.
Okay.
To have that posted for the public to see.
Well, this is my first Wisconsin Police Department that I'm actually doing, and you're doing fine. Like, you know your stuff. Like,
I try.
Even though I'm from another state, but it's like very similar. So.
That's good. So, yeah, Wisconsin. Anybody can ask about anybody.
Yeah, because I went to Tennessee, and no offense to the lady, but I don't think she knew her stuff as much, because I asked if you can do anonymously. She said, she had to ask, and they said yes, but then I found out you didn't have to.
Okay. Yeah, and the other thing probably, which a lot of citizens aren't aware, they will come in and request copies of like welfare checks, or, especially if they're trying to go to court to get a child. That's considered a medical record, and I can't release the medical record. So if somebody has a welfare check due to mental health, I cannot release those records. Those are protected by the...
How about CAD report? Because I know CAD reports, you can redact that stuff.
The CAD report I can redact as long as it doesn't say, if there was somebody taken to the hospital or to our county mental health facility.
Okay.
So I would have to do some redacting on that. So.
How about use of force reports?
Use of force reports are a department's report. It's not part of the public record. So it's a different animal altogether. Those actually get sent to the state.
Okay.
So I think that's the appropriate place to request those use of force reports.
That's something different from New Jersey, because that's considered public record, and or any citizen can request those use of force reports directly from the police department.
Yeah, and I personally don't have access to those at all. So, because I'm a civilian, I think the only one who reviews those are up the chain of command of an officer. So, like a lieutenant and then the assistant chief. are the
So
ones that-
how come they're not available to the general public?
Because it's considered, it's almost like considered a work product for an attorney type thing. And it gives away, that same thing with investigative techniques. Some of those are things we don't share with the public. We have to be able to protect our ability to investigate certain things, certain ways. So.
But use of force reports, it doesn't, if
We
you.
might be thinking two different types of reports here.
Okay.
So I'm not sure.
Use of force reports, meaning when you have to go hands-on on somebody in order to arrest them because they wouldn't comply.
And that's different here. Our use of reports would be if we used a taser, if we used a baton, if we used, our weapon.
Or like you have to take somebody down, or.
Yeah, I don't think that's considered in for us a use of force report when we take somebody into custody like that.
No, like you got to put somebody on the ground or struggle with like whatever you're.
Yeah, unless a weapon is used, I think just taking somebody into custody.
With struggle.
It's all being recorded. It's all available. The mobile and the body camera are all available. But that type of use of report, because I don't see them, it's hard for me to say what's on those.
May I talk to the officer in charge to talk about?
He's probably not back from lunch yet.
Okay.
But I could see if one of the lieutenants are available.
Yes.
Because they would be able to see those use of force.
Yes, because I would like to know how the general public would get access to that, because people are into how.
We have a policy, a
Yeah.
use of force policy that's available to the public.
Okay.
All our policies are available to the public.
Yeah, but how about the actual incidents itself?
Yeah, that separate report, like I said, I don't see them, and it does not go into the public record. So let me check and see if I've got someone here, a lieutenant, who can talk to you about those.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
This lady knows, it appears this lady knows her stuff, so. Restrooms, camera. Railroad trespassing. is for what the? I don't get it. Just lock boxes for parking tickets. I have no clue what that means. Okay. We do this differently in state of New Jersey, I think. Because I've never seen this within a New Jersey police department. See, state of New Jersey, this would belong to the DMV. We'll never find this in the police department. Sharps disposal. For service outside of normal business hours, please pick up the phone. This lockbox is for another lockbox. I wonder if you pay your fines here. I have no clue.
So he'll be out with you in a few minutes.
Okay, I have a question.
Okay.
For this, do you pay your fines? Or how do you...
Pay your municipal tickets there, not circuit court.
Okay.
We prefer people to deal with all that themselves. Yeah, we have a drop box out there and we've got that one that we...
Yeah, I never seen that in the state of New Jersey, so that's like when do you like pay parking tickets on the police department?
Yeah, not parking tickets. It would be more like a speeding ticket.
Oh,
If
okay.
somebody wants to come here and pay their ticket, they can do it, and then our court officer takes them over to City Hall.
Okay, do you have a local court, and then a county court, and then a state court? Okay.
We do. We have a municipal court for all our municipal violations. Could be an ordinance violation up to the traffic, and we would have any of those state citations. We have the corresponding city ordinance on our municipal code, and so those go to our municipal code, and we do have a city attorney's office that's hired by the city to handle it. We do have a municipal court judge with one clerk, and then we also here in Marshfield, we're a little unique because our city is over 2 counties. We are both Clark County, or Wood County, and Marathon County. So depending upon where a criminal event happens, it will determine the officer whether we send the reports to Wood County down at Wisconsin Rapids, that's where the courthouse is, or up to Wausau in Marathon County.
That's strange. Okay. That's
So
strange.
yeah, when you start heading north on our city, McMillan Street is the county line. So
Okay.
anything like Walmart and North, they all have to remember that stuff's gotta go to Marathon County. So, unless it's, like I said, a local charge, the municipal, then that goes to our municipal court.
Okay. Let me see what else. I heard that you have an acting police chief now.
Our assistant police chief is the acting police chief. Hopefully by the end of the month, we're gonna have a new police chief.
Okay. I heard that you have an acting fire chief too.
We have an interim fire chief, and I think by the end of the month, we're gonna have a new fire chief selected also.
I heard that you don't have a mayor either.
We are without a mayor currently, and the council president has been acting in that stead, handling all the documentation and stuff. So we'll have a new mayor come April after the
Okay.
election.
You have a business administrator that takes care of the
We have a
day-to-days.
city administrator, Steve Clark,
Okay.
and he's been with us about 10 years.
I heard there was a scandal between the three positions. That's why they're all, that's what, I know you can't.
There's been, yes, issues, and the city of Marshfield has had, been seen in not a very good light lately.
Yes, I know some of it. I don't know the whole story,
Yeah.
but I got like a small briefing about it this morning.
You'll have a lot of reading if you pull up City of Marshfield for recent news. So hopefully all that's gonna be behind us shortly.
Yes, I hope so. So.
Yeah, on the fire side, there wasn't any issue with that.
Oh,
He
okay.
just retired.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Like I said, I don't know the whole story. Just a very brief thing. So, where's your city hall?
City Hall is, okay, this is right out here, Chestnut Street.
Okay.
So you would take a left right out here and go all the way down, just 5 blocks. It's on the corner of 6th and Central.
Okay, if I go.
6th and Chestnut.
Okay, if I go in there with my camera, will they freak out?
I don't know.
Because I don't want, because I document my interactions with government, and I just, some governments are not aware of it, and some governments are.
I think City of Marshfield's pretty aware of the
Okay.
records release. I know we had a meeting several years ago with like city clerk's office, municipal clerk.
How about like with the filming? That's
I don't think they'll have an issue.
okay.
So should be okay.
Okay. When is the lieutenant coming out?
He was just a couple minutes away.
Okay.
So that's one thing nice about our smaller city. No matter which corner you're at, it's about 7 minutes.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And
Unless
what's
they get stuck on the other side of the train.
yeah? What's your name?
My name is Lori Crookstrom. My title is Administrative Services Supervisor.
How many years?
35.
Okay. Thank
And
you.
Debbie's been here 40 over there.
You got.
We just had one retire with 37.
Wow, you gotta love your job. Your job then.
It's a different thing every day.
That's for sure. Yep.
So you don't really need this.
I'm gonna take this anyway, just for
And
just.
it's also available on the city's website if you drill down to the police department.
Okay.
That paperwork should be available.
Yeah, because I noticed it right there.
Yeah.
So.
And there's also, on the city's website, also a records request for City Hall.
Okay. Cool.
And all those get funneled through the city clerk's office. She reviews it, documents when it comes in, and then she pushes it out to whoever needs to address it.
Okay.
So,
You know what? They do things a little bit differently in Tennessee. Trust me. Like when you know your stuff.
that's experience.
Yes. Thank you. Appreciate. Not mine.
I hope somebody didn't leave it here that needed to drive with them.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right.
Yeah. And I'm gonna keep on filming. Oh, there's the train. That's a long train. I wonder what kind of product that they're hauling. That's a long train. Right now, I'm just waiting for it. Right now, I'm just waiting for the lieutenant.